Okay, thank you everyone again for joining us on our webinar today, Sales While You Sleep. We've got a special guest, actually, Brad Renzelman, who is head of the IT for this platform that you're going to see, is going to talk today about how you actually can work with your clients and even show clients and prospects how they can self-enroll. And also joining us will be Carl Fisher. Carl is with Dylan Consulting. Dylan is the group that has made this possible for GoldenCare to make available this AFEUSA CHUBB product. So before we actually turn it over to Brad, I'm going to just give a high-level overview. Some of you have been on previous webinars where we've done a deep dive into the product. And today, I'm not going to do that, but just to set the stage for Brad so that when Brad shares this amazing opportunity to self-enroll your clients or to allow your clients to self-enroll, it'll make a little bit more sense for those of you that maybe are not as familiar with this relationship we have with the Association for Entrepreneurs, which is AFE, and also for the CHUBB product. So let me just talk a little bit about some of the benefits of a product that is actually a life with long-term care. The CHUBB product is a lifetime benefit term with a true 7702B long-term care rider. And so you're combining life insurance and long-term care into one policy. And one of the great opportunities is that we're finding today is people who've been turned down for traditional long-term care hybrids are having the opportunity, if you will, to find another alternative solution to place that business. And so also we're finding opportunities with people who have maybe purchased term insurance. And on a previous webinar, Tom Randall even talked about his own situation, having bought term insurance, and I think it was a 30-year term. And at the end of the 30 years, he wasn't as healthy as he once was, and as such, the premiums had also gone up dramatically, and a opportunity to get a policy like the CHUBB product was a perfect solution. So keep in mind also that today, even younger buyers who are part of that sandwich generation are seeing opportunities when they are finding themselves not only raising children, but taking care of a family member, an adult, a parent or a grandparent. And as such, there could be opportunities to take advantage of a really unique rider that's part of this product that we're going to talk just in a few moments about, which is adding protection for children at home and doing it for a very nominal cost. So this really came about, and we'll talk in just a few minutes about this relationship that we have with AFE and Dylan Consulting. But think about Washington and the trust type programs that other states are going to come in adding on to this important aspect of motivating people to buy long-term care coverage. And so that was really what spurred this opportunity for us to get involved with this particular product. And of course, eventually everyone we know is going to die, and not everyone will feel that they'll need long-term care. So in that sense, you can have a product today that takes care of worrying about use it or lose it. And so for those of you who know a little bit about the product, let me just take a quick moment or two to explain a few things. One is that, remember, we're talking about a product that is a lifetime benefit term. They call it permanent term coverage because it goes up to age 121. You'll see there at the bottom where it's guaranteed, renewable, and portable. And we're talking about the fact that they've taken the same true group certificate that CHUBB uses on the big worksite side of the house, and they've been able to go down and negotiate. That is Dylan working with AFE, and AFE basically has the master contract with CHUBB and negotiated the opportunity to go actually down to one life. And for those that are working who are either 1099 or W-2 employees working 30 hours a week, they can get a face amount of $25,000, $50,000, or $75,000. And we'll talk a little bit more about the face amounts of $100,000, $125,000, $150,000. But part of this is the long-term care component, which is a true 7702B, which is why Washington, which enacted the CARES Act, required those plans to be tax qualified. This product would meet that criteria if future states also enact that legislation. And so the way that LTC rider works is it's 2 out of 6 ADLs or cognitive impairment. It's a 90-day calendar day elimination. This is a full indemnity plan. And the death benefit is 4% drawdown of whatever the face is. So if someone has a $100,000 face amount, which is their death benefit, it would be 4% or $4,000 a month for 25 months. This is underwritten by CHUBB, arguably probably the nation's largest publicly traded insurance carrier. I think they're over $200 billion in assets, A++ rated. And if you do have opportunities to find groups where it would be a list bill opportunity, you can also utilize the same platform going all the way down to just 5 lives for list bill. So not to get too deep into the other opportunities on the 100,000, 125, 150, but it's the same first question. Are you working 30 hours a week? Again, whether you're 1099 or W-2, and the additional opportunity to get 100,000, 125, 150, and this is a straight up or down question. And I know that sometimes there's some gray areas, but you really have to let your client, and especially if the client's self-enrolling, they'll be able to see these questions as well about if they missed more than 5 consecutive days of work in the last 3 months. Have they been in a medical facility disabled in the past 6 months, excluding flu or cold? In the last 10 years, the AIDS question, and the last question, D, has the proposed insured been treated by a licensed physician or other medical practitioners within the past 6 months, excluding flu, cold, or routine physical? Now, if they happen to answer yes to those questions, then it precludes them from getting 100,000, 125, or 150, but they can still get up to 75,000. So the 25,000, 50,000, 75,000 offer is still available to them. And keep in mind, again, that this is conditionally guaranteed issue. What AFE was able to do is offer coverage going to CHUBB to actually develop the master contract. And it's pretty amazing because CHUBB has never done this before. And again, CHUBB on the big work site of the house probably does anywhere from 80 to 100 million of worksite premium. And this is the first time they allowed that product to be offered all the way down to 1 life under that criteria we just covered. Remember, permanent and guaranteed renewable, portable, there's level premiums, there's the long-term care rider. Even though it is a term-based plan, there is paid-up additions. If they stop paying after 10 years, there's value that is a reduced paid-up benefit that's in the contract, and a terminal illness rider. Now, it's not everywhere. There's a lot of states where you'd probably like it to be, and there may be future states, given what's gone on in Washington, where states who are thinking about adopting that same legislation. I know that the folks at CHUBB are actively looking at adding some additional states. But let me show you a state map before we, again, finish up this section and turn it over to Brad. So it is in states like California. We always struggle to have product availability in California, Florida, New Jersey, Virginia, in addition to a lot of other states that are the normal states that we tend to have other traditional hybrid products or even some of our short-term care initiative solutions. So it is a pretty darn good map as far as your availability. And remember, there could be future states that would be coming on as well. So I wanted to come back and just touch on this child rider real quick, because it doesn't matter what face amount your client selects. If they have a dependent child, or even if it happened to be a grandparent who was now finding themselves having a dependent grandchild under the age of 26, they could actually add a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, or $25,000 child rider. And amazingly, what CHUBB has done is these monthly rates that you see there, the $2, the $418, the $627, $836, and a little over $10 a month, that is whether or not your applicant has got 1 dependent child or 10. They pay the same rate, and it's guaranteed convertible at age 26. So literally, that $25,000 would be converted at 5 times that amount at age 26. It's a very inexpensive opportunity to add this, and there's many family members who do have children that they're worried about whether or not those children will be insurable down the road. So something to keep in mind. Now, the relationship that we have, and I don't know, Carl, if you've joined us or not on the call. If you have, I want to welcome you. Carl Fisher is with Dillon Consulting, and Dillon was our liaison. So Brad, I'm not sure if Carl, and I should have did a sound check to make sure, Brad, that you're with us, because you're coming up here in just a minute or two.
I'm on, Dennis. I'm on.
Okay.
Yes, and I am too. This is Carl.
Okay, Carl's on as well. Well, we work very closely with Carl Fisher. Carl's at Dillon, and Dillon basically has the relationship with AFE. Think of AFE like you would think of AAA or AARP as an association, and they were the ones that were responsible to actually go and work with AFE. AFE themselves do not actually are not the agent. They hold the master contract, but Dillon acts as their liaison or their agent of record, if you will, and the broker of record on all of these contracts. Because what CHUBB has done is afforded them the opportunity to again have the same advantages that a Fortune 500 company would have, being able to make it available to their employees, going all the way down to one life. It's a very, very unique situation. And then Dillon came to us and said, hey, we know your expertise in long-term care. We'd love for you to be involved in steering this into the marketplace. And that's how we got involved with Carl and the team at Dillon. And Brad, who is going to be on in just a moment, is the one who created this amazing platform that you're going to see. So why AFE is important is because CHUBB would not allow this to happen unless individuals who wanted to have access to the CHUBB product were a member of their association. And so this expanding gig economy that affects so many individuals today, whether they're, again, a current entrepreneur, want to be an entrepreneur, that is how we're able to go down to one person, one life in essence, and have that guaranteed issue. Now, they do have to join the association. So think of it like Costco. In order to have a membership, they have to join. And Carl, I don't know if you want to add anything to that, other than the fact that we want to make sure that everyone on this call knows that that membership fee is non-commissionable, and it's a very nominal $4.99 a month to get access to this wonderful CHUBB product.
Correct. You described it perfectly. We have hundreds of thousands of members that have joined AFEUSA. It's been around since the early 90s. The organization, again, like you just said, Dennis, allows us or affords us the capability of offering this to a 1 or 500. We know from CHUBB's experience that is a kind of a no man's land. It's difficult to access that product. Of course, for the group product that they offer now, they won't issue groups that small typically. And so it gives a tremendous opportunity. And you're right, it all was kind of fostered by that issue that happened in Washington and is going to happen in multiple states. And so this is the opportunity, of course, that we're offering, and we're very, very excited and very glad to work with GoldenCare and the Integrity Group, which you're part of. So.
Thank you much, Carl. Yeah, they've been just tremendous to work with, and we've got a whole team there at CHUBB that also that Carl works with. That also offers support to us. It's as agents get their arms around it, there's always questions, and so when we finish up after Brad, we're going to show you a dedicated website that we actually have. But this $4.99, I'm not going to get deep into the member benefits, but Carl and the team at Dillon went to AFE and really did a good job of saying, well, listen, can people get some value other than just knowing that they're getting access to the CHUBB product? So the $4.99 a month is the membership fee per every individual that would enroll in the CHUBB product. And they also get one of the great benefits is they get this underwritten by MetLife for free as part of that $4.99, a decreasing term policy. You can see the ages there. It ends at age 80. So depending upon the age, it tells you the amount of coverage they'd have. And there's also an accidental death benefit as well. In addition to that, there's a number of other member benefits. Again, the intent right now was not to do a deep dive into the product and into the member benefits, but really to set the stage for this whole self-enrollment, because one of the things that's so unique to this platform that you're going to see on the that Brad's going to share with us is the ability to do things that a lot of products will not allow for. And so just imagine as Brad comes on here, Brad, that that the agents on this call have got clients. Maybe they're clients that they're going back in their CRM, and these are clients that maybe were turned down. Maybe these are clients that they are prospects that they've tried to drip on, and they're on to other maybe opportunities, and maybe they're also using this for existing opportunities where they could take advantage of your platform's capabilities. And so, Brad, with that, I'd like to have you come on. And Brad has been also, along with Carl, just tremendous to work with. And I think you're going to be so impressed when you see, now, Brad, I'm setting you up here because I'm telling everyone how great you are and how great the platform is. So I'll turn it over to you.
You got it. Dennis, thank you so much. I want to make sure everybody can see my screen. Looks like everybody should be able to see that now. All right. All right. So guys, thank you so much. Dennis, thanks for setting this up and give us an opportunity to walk everyone through a little bit of the technology. Guys, we've been in this insurance world quite some time. And one of the things I think for everybody, we're going to show you two different paths for you guys to be successful in enrolling your clients and helping them understand how these plans work. So every person who's contracted with AFE Dylan Consulting, you guys will have access to a back office, and we'll hit this in just a second. But more importantly, we're going to set up a website for you, and we're going to give you flexibility where you can manipulate the website. You can put your logo up there. You can put your contact information, all the different things that are important to identify who you are. But more importantly, I want to walk you through today very quickly, you sending this link directly to your client. And what we're going to do, this is more of a self-enrollment that your client would go through this process. So the first thing you guys will notice, you'll come to the website. The first that the person will do is they'll put in their zip code. The zip code and their date of birth is what's going to be very important for us to determine whether or not that product is available in that specific state, as well as the age banding based upon the specific premium. And so you guys will notice we have the two memberships. So the first is the membership, and we have the lifetime benefit term. The first thing you're going to do, or your client's going to do, is come here, and this is that $4.99 membership. Now, guys, it's packed with a lot of benefits. Just in this example, the person's going to get this basic term life along with the AD&D benefit. And as you guys can see here, there's a lot of additional benefits. So you're going to scroll down in this website, and you're going to click on this individual plan for $4.99. You'll see a pop-up that gives more details about what they're getting with the association benefit. All right. You can see there's highlights, there's specific disclosures, there's FAQs, and all you're going to do is they'll select this plan. And as soon as you'll see here that $4.99 has been added, you guys can see up here in your cart, $4.99, okay? Next, I'll come down to the lifetime benefit term. Again, this is the identification of the CHUBB product. Here's the life insurance, quick overview of the product and what it is at a high level. Next, you're gonna see here the 6 questions that we ask. So the very first thing that's important, guys, is that person must qualify that they work a minimum of 30 hours per week, all right? So if they're not working 30 hours, then they need to answer that question no. If they answer that question no, this policy will not be available for purchase. So that's the main qualification that has to be done. The next is whether or not they're a smoker. It has no bearing whatsoever on the qualifications of getting this. It's just whether or not we're going to display smoker rates or non-smoker rates. And then the next 4 questions is really the key, all right? And again, as Dennis mentioned earlier, guys, we have guaranteed issue and we have conditional guaranteed issue. And it's all built inside of this. So when your client answers these questions, if they answer all no, okay, just like this, what's going to happen is we're going to display the 6 different options. If they answered yes to one of those questions, what will happen, guys? We're just going to show the guaranteed issue. So the 25,000, 50, or 75. If all the questions are answered no, then you'll have access to getting the 100,000, 125, or 150. Now, as you guys are looking at this, it's really quick. What does that person want to be able to do? So I'm just going to choose plan 5 for the sake of this. Again, all the details are right here inside the plan, specific highlights, different information, exclusions, FAQs. I'm going to look at this plan. I'm buying $125,000. It's for individual care, and it's $87.08. So I'm going to select that plan. Now, as you guys scroll down here, you're going to notice exactly what Dennis was talking about in the child term benefits. Guys, this is phenomenal. The fact that I can purchase $25,000 for my 4 children is pretty amazing for $10.46. So again, I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to go to the next step. The next step is going to come here, and we're going to start filling out this information about the client. So they'll put in the social security number, Main Street, Valencia. So I'll put in my marital status. Next, we're going to get in and ask the questions about this specifically for the CHUBB product. So do we have any existing insurance? If I say yes, and again, guys, as I'm scrolling through and you're seeing the different things, none of this is going to change the insurability of that client. That person, by answering these 4 questions, they're insured, right? They're going to get the policy. But this is just more detailed information that they would have inside of this, okay? So they can go through that, answer no. They're going to answer questions about the long-term care. Do I have another long-term care policy? Has it lapsed? Are you covered by Medicare? Are you intending to replace? If I answered yes, you'll see information that's required. The protection against unintended lapse. So I can answer this question, yes or no, and fill that out. And then I'm going to get into my primary beneficiary, because again, this is a life insurance product. So in the event somebody does pass away early and doesn't use the long-term care benefits, they will get this information. They will get the death benefit, I should say. All right. And this is my spouse. Okay. I can add the contingent beneficiary. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply fill out my email. And what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm actually setting up my member portal. So once I've purchased this product, they'll get a welcome email to the association. They'll get access to their member back office, and that's where they'll be able to access all the plans, their payment details, and I'll show you a quick overview of what that looks like. But I'm going to fill this out, and you guys can see my password did not match. So we'll come back here. It matches. I'll move to the next step. As you guys can see here, all of our plans start in the first of the following month. All right, so today is March 12th. The next available for this plan to take place is on 4/1. Again, if I want to start this on 5/1, I can do the exact same thing. I'm still going to take the payment today. My plan would start on 5/1. And guys, all of our recurring billing takes place on the 15th of each month. So if I bill today, March 12th, my next payment would be 5/15. Okay. There's my individual membership. There's my plan. I'll go to the next step. And you guys can see I'm here. I'm going to come here and I'm going to fill out this disclosure information, click to accept. This is me joining the association. We have some definitions about how they qualify for the life insurance that's attached to this. This is, by the way, is through MetLife. They'll click on the lifetime term benefit. And here's my disclosures that we have from CHUBB. As you guys can see, that information is there. And I've got my debit or my bank account information. I would simply fill this information out, copy the information, accept the disclosures. I'm not a robot, and press the buy button. As soon as that happens, guys, again, an email is going to go directly to the consumer. You, as the agent, will get CC'd on that transaction. We want you guys to know that there's a sale that's taking place, but it's a pretty simple process. By the way, I should have started this out. If there's questions as I'm going through there, go ahead and put those in the chat, and Corey or myself will be able to view those, and we can answer those questions for you specifically. But this should give you guys a high-level overview of what this is. It's a pretty straightforward process. I would start the process, select the membership, and then I'd select the lifetime benefit term. I would click the button about tell us about myself, answer the specific questions. I'm going to review what I purchased. Okay, so I want to make sure I've got the classic membership and the individual plan. And next, I'll go to the last screen, which is the payment. Okay, so high level overview. This is everyone will have their opportunity to create their own website. And that's a really simple process for you to send that to your customer with a brochure, approved marketing materials, and you're in good shape. What I'm going to also show you guys is literally the back office. Now, this is a demo account that I use quite a bit. And again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here, but ultimately, we're going to track all your sales. We're going to track all your commissions. The thing that I want you guys to think about here really quick is I'm going to show you the website creation. This allows you can see I've got a bunch of different websites here, but ultimately I'm going to allow you guys to come in here and create multiple websites. So for example, if you had a small group that you're going into, a small employer, you might want to go into that website and literally put in the information, put their logo, all that information, and you would have the product and you would just click the plans that you want, and that website's created. So we can create multiple websites for you guys, personalize that for your client. Okay, so it's a really simple process. Again, going into your websites, pressing the button, create website. I would fill out the basic information. And I'm showing you guys a lot of different things on here. So you only have the classic membership and you'll have the CHUBB product enabled. And then ultimately, the last thing I want to show you is our Agent Assist. This is for you to take the application with your client over the phone. So now I want to choose the Agent Assist. I'm going to scroll down here to my demo. I'm going to start this quote. I'm going to go through the exact same process I just showed you, okay? But the difference here is what you're going to see next. When you're in the Agent Assist mode, what this enables you guys to do is this opportunity to save the application. And I'm going to walk you through this really quickly. Again, I'm going to choose the membership. All right, I'm going to choose this really quick. Next, I'm going to choose the lifetime benefit term. For the sake of this, just to show you what this looks like, guys, I'm going to choose one of those questions as no, as yes, as I should say. And you guys could see there's where the guaranteed issue comes in. Okay, I answered one of those questions as no. I'm going to choose this plan just like we did. I'm going to add the $15,000 of child term rider. I'm going to go through the process, filling out my information. Mobile, marital status, single. I'm going to go down here, no existing, fill up the questionnaires the same way we did before, guys. I'd like not to, Sally, email, and relationship, parent, and 100%. I'm going to go down, create my password here, okay. Demo or passwords match, continue the next step. I'm going to choose to have this plan start on 4/1. I'm going to go to the next step. Now you guys are going to get down here, okay? And again, what you're going to see here is the opportunity for you guys to put some information, but realistically, you guys can see the credit card or the banking account information is not available for you to choose. What we're going to do, as soon as you come down here, you can send a text or you can send an email. And what's going to happen as soon as you put this email in, okay, we're going to send an email directly to your client. They would click this button here to activate. And what they'll basically do is they'll confirm their date of birth and they'll confirm their activation number, right? Their activation number code. Once they put that information in, it will actually show this entire application that we just went through. They'll simply go through that information. They'll click on those terms to accept, and they'll put their payment information in. Once they make that purchase, guys, you'll get the email, they'll get the welcome email, and everything works from that standpoint. So very straightforward, very easy. The second thing I want to show you here is at any time I'm starting that application process, if I needed to save that application, I could save it. And what's going to happen, you'll go right back into your back office. And in this member tab, there's this thing that says saved quotes, all right? And you guys can see here are my saved quotes is right here. I can open that back up and basically start the application right here. And I've got all the information that was saved. So again, if the customer had to stop you in the middle of it, didn't have something, you could always save it, come back to them. And ultimately, guys, they could come back at any time and go right back to the saved quotes, and you can continue to send that information and be able to move that entire process all the way through. So it just makes it out really simple for you guys to do that. You know, from that standpoint, just to be able to do that every step of the way. So hopefully that gives you guys kind of a high level overview. Again, we got some training, some videos. We can always give that to you guys, but realistically, the back office, we try to make it very, very simple for you guys. Again, come back inside the website, create your website, use the Agent Assist module for you guys to come into this and be able to take that application over the phone with your client, send the email to them. They'll get that email. They'll be able to click on it with the activation code, their date of birth, that authenticates everything, and they're able to now take over and complete that application soup to nuts. All right. Dennis, kind of high level overview. I think that, is there anything else that I missed that you'd like me to cover really quick? Before I stop really quick, I want to show you guys just the back office. So every one of those members that come into the system, they'll be able to come right into their back office portal. Again, with that $4.99 membership, guys, not only are they getting the life insurance and all the information about that, okay, they're also getting access to all the other benefits inside of their plan with AFE. So here's how they would access all the different benefits. They could click on this really quick, learn about it, what's available, and how do you use the plan. So all the details are right there inside the membership. Again, when we think about AAA, we think about ARP. We want to be one of the top associations in the marketplace, which Dylan and AFE really strive to create that personalized experience and provide these type of benefits. So at a high level, the member portal gives you access to your plans. It gives you access to the benefits. You can change their account, your profile, the billing, all that information is available for that customer. So again, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that, but hopefully you guys get a quick high level overview. And if there's any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We got support staff, we got a technical staff that can help you and assist you every step of the way. Dennis, anything else I missed on that you would like me to cover?
Brad, you know what's amazing to me is that self-enrollment, think about that, everyone who's on this call, no agent signature, no client signature. And the multiple websites that Brad talked about, you will get assigned an initial one. When you log in, you'll have an initial URL, but you could create multiple URLs. So if you are marketing through Facebook or any other social media, or you want to put a separate link on your email signature, you have the opportunity to do all of that. And the Agent Assist is the same way. No agent signature is required. You're just basically not doing the banking information. So it empowers you to market both ways, which is amazing. And just because of the relationship that Dylan has with AFE, let me just tell you something that's just a side note that I think it's important. Some of you on the call are LTC certified, and we understand that because you write long-term care or hybrids. But with this particular program, you don't have to be LTC certified. It's not required. And because the master contract with CHUBB is held by AFE, they've been able to negotiate that. Also, you only have to be licensed in the resident state that you contracted in, which means if you're doing business in multiple states, you do not need a non-resident license. And if you happen to be an agency on this call, the same situation applies. The agency has to be licensed in their resident state, but they don't have to be licensed in multiple other states to receive overrides on that business. Brad, I think those are some of the unique aspects that make this really such a powerful program. And again, we want to thank Dylan in working with AFE to make all of that possible.
Thank you, Dennis. We're definitely excited about working with you, your teams, and different folks there. Again, we're here to help. If you have any questions, please let us know. We've been more than happy to jump on and help you guys walk you through this whole process.
Well, now I'd like to invite Corey to, thanks, Brad, so much for that. And thank you, Carl, also for your time and for your input. And now I'd like to have is Corey walk us through the dedicated site that we've created where it houses all this information and those additional resources that Brad indicated that you need to have. And following Corey, just keep in mind that you'll get a follow-up email. And with that email, it will contain that PDF of that self-enrollment that Brad just walked us through. It'll also contain a special email template that we've customized that you can send out to your client, driving them to actually go to that dedicated link that you've created so that they can self-enroll. So Corey, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, thanks guys. So that was a ton of information, and to tie all this together and wrap it up and make it easy for you, we put together a website, mycareprotection.com, that contains all the resources that you may need to sell this plan at your fingertips. We've got resources on the product itself, member benefits, consumer marketing assets, sales training videos, a sample policy certificate, and anything else you may need at mycareprotection.com. So down here, we've even got how to sell videos on how to sell the product and how to sell in general. We've got all these different information videos on every step of the process here. Under product information, we've got all the marketing assets for your clients, state availability, sample rates, the brochure, frequently asked questions, the classic member benefits, just really everything that you would need to be able to sell this product. And if you're not already, we're running out of time here, so I'm going to move it right along. If you're not already signed up to sell this product, if you click here on Get Started and fill out this short form here, you'll receive a link in order to sign up and onboard in order to start selling this product. So it's really that easy. And like Dennis said, after the webinar, you'll receive a follow-up email that contains this URL, mycareprotection.com, and the self-enrollment guide, a monthly rate chart, and that consumer template so that you can get started with these self-enrollments. And that's about all I've got. Dennis, do you have anything to add?
Corey, I was just going to say we want to thank everyone for getting on this webinar. We think this is exciting. You don't stop doing the things that you do with your day in and day out, but to layer in another opportunity to reach more individuals and to serve more people. And some of you, this might be outside your comfort level. So let me just leave you with this final quote. And this is, if you've had the opportunity to read that great book by Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Covey said this: to achieve goals you've never achieved before, you need to start doing things you've never done before. And this may be your first step to start doing some things you've never done before, which is providing your clients and prospects an opportunity to self-enroll in this fantastic product. It really is. This is all the advantages that you get with CHUBB on the big work site, all the way down to one individual life. You can help more individuals who ages 19 to 70 with this particular product. And so thank you again, Brad, for your time and your expertise. We want to thank Carl for all that he's done to make it available to us as far as this opportunity. And Corey, of course, is modest. Corey created that website that she just walked you through and provides a lot of the great back office support along with Lynn Voss. So thank everyone on the GoldenCare team for their help.
And
Thank you,
from our
Dennis.
side as well, thank you, Dennis, for pulling this all together, as well as Corey and your staff. Great job. Thank you.
Look for that follow-up email from GoldenCare and get started today and take advantage of this opportunity. Look forward to another webinar opportunity in the future. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.
GoldenCare is always here to serve you with new tools, new products, new ideas, and new innovations, and always the best support in the business to help you succeed. So give us a call at 800-842-7799 and check out our website at www.goldencareagent.com.